So last weekend, in the competitive scene, Genestealer Cult had a 71% win rate, higher than Aeldari. So are they better than Aeldari? Hello there, and welcome to Purple Knight Games, where this week we're talking meta! Yes, meta. So last weekend there was 10 GTs, and within those 10 GTs, Genestealer Cult came first in 4 of them, 40%. More so than Aeldari. The Aeldari also only had a 65% win rate, paltry 65% win rate, where Genestealer Cult had 71% win rate. I mean, the Aeldari had a 70% win rate once you both take the mirror matching out. But still, that's not as good as our manly and multi-armed 71% win rate, which include mirror matching, which probably isn't, even if it out, it probably wasn't going to make much of a difference. Remember that out of the 18 players that played Genestealer Cult last weekend, 9 of them went undefeated. And this leads to quite a lot of questions on the current balance of 10th edition, where it seems that only, what was it, the top 5 factions, if you take them out, all the other factions only had a 13% win rate against Aeldari. Now, Genestealer Cult did have a better win rate, but at 18 players. Aeldari had 57 players. So there's quite a big difference in the player base. And in terms of games won and the amount of games played, there is quite a lot of difference. And this is all purely on the competitive scene. This is looking at GTs and accumulating that data from last weekend. So does that make Genestealer Cult better than Aeldari? Without the head-to-head data, we don't really know. But in terms of tournament wins last weekend, yes. In total, well, if you look at Aeldari, they counter Genestealer Cult rather well. They're fast moving, which really interrupts with a lot of your shenanigans and the placing down of ambush markers. And the Aeldari are generally a very, very strong faction at the moment. So to say, are they better? It's one of those things where maybe it's too early to say. One thing is certain, since Aeldari have already had a nerf, both with the points increase due to the towering rule, as well as a change to fate dice, that Games Workshop are not afraid to wield the nerf hammer. So is there a nerf incoming for Genestealer Cult? Probably not straight away. First of all, the amount of players, and last weekend 18 was quite a lot for Genestealer Cult, you don't usually get that many. With a low player base, Games Workshop tend to just let things slide a little longer than they do with player bases of 57. So with that being, there's not going to be an immediate effect. The nerf would likely come in November when they rechange the meta. What could they do? So one of the big problems that Genestealer Cult are providing is, who would have thought it was a problem, of respawning battle line infantry automatically and other units in the 4+. Now, it's a strange disparity between Genestealer Cult players and everybody else, where a lot of Genestealer Cult players, including myself, are like, ooh, that's good, but ooh, you can counter that one. And everyone player going, wow, that's broken. So, yeah, there's a bit of bias inside I'm a Cult player. I looked at it and thought it's good, but I can see how players are going to get used to it and are going to counter it very quickly. So the likely nerfs are going to be point increases. Probably point increases to the battle line infantry, and increases maybe across the board. The maybe won't touch characters, they're not being too much of the issue, and probably won't touch the vehicles. The other thing they could do is alter the ambush rule and have it so maybe battle line and automatically up, maybe they're up on a 2+ or a 3+, just an improved one, or even other units where it's not really as much of the issue, may not come back, or may come back maybe on a 5 or a 6+, making it more difficult. The other thing that has been an issue, and yeah, it's an interesting one, is demolition charges. Demolition charges are the new toy of the Genestealer Cult, or rather not rather new, they've been in previous editions, but they're certainly been repackaged as quite handy with the blast rule and their availability and generally how hard they're hit, and with respawning troops. Yeah, bring them in, throw them down, and away you go. It's proven to be very popular, and I'm going to discuss that in my next video about, for enough, Acolyte hybrids. So they're the ways that the Genestealer could be nerfed. When will that happen? Well, Games Workshop have indicated they're going to do a big rules change and points change around about November time. So it could be then, but if Genestealer Cult keep getting 71% win rate area for the next few weekends, it could come sooner, and that's likely just to be points increases. I say just, this could be certainly more expensive Acolytes and more expensive Neophytes. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how things go. Anyway, so it looks like at the moment the 4-armed Emperor is ruling, and that cannot be a bad thing. Just got to watch out for the nerf hammer. Anyway, let me know what you think, leave it in the comments below, and thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Thank you very much for watching this video. Just unfortunately I didn't do this in the main recording, but I want to give a big shout out to Morgan Glory's channel. I watched his Meta Monday stream, and that's what made me aware of how good Genestealer Cult were doing. And also a big shout out to JCMS, who did all the data compilations. I've put their details in the description below. Anyway, if around here there should be a video appearing somewhere, and if you want to subscribe, do it around here somewhere. But thank you very much. Thank you once again for watching. Thank you. See you and goodbye.